Glad they're coming to Mantua.
It's in the name. WURD is the word. WURD gets the word out to the community. WURD connects the community. WURD empowers the community. WURD embraces the community.
We are 20 years strong, giving voice to the community, and without the community, there will be no WURD. We are one and the same, and it is not a game. WURD.
Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
You're listening to The Source with Andrea Lawful Sanders on WURD Radio. Streaming live on wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
Welcome back to the 6 a.m. hour of The Source on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. If you're just joining us, I am Andrea Lawful Sanders, your host, Mondays through Fridays from 5 to 7 a.m. Y'all, I cannot say it enough. When I lived in Abington, I was all over all the schools in Montgomery County. I'm in Philly, tearing down the doors. I am in the buildings, talking to the students, talking to the principals. And one of my favorite principals is here. Connie Greer serves as the school principal of Wagner Middle School in Philadelphia and is the founder of the Respect Profit focused on effective mentoring, parental engagement at home and school, and social justice issues, particularly those issues involving mass incarceration and the school-to-prison pipeline. Connie has us here today with a gentleman. She's going to talk about an event Wagner Middle School is having on December 16th called the Trades at Wagner, which will provide hands-on career technical education experience, CTE, for middle school scholars and will serve as the launch to Wagner becoming the second middle school in the district to offer career technical education programming to its middle school students. My God, on today. Good morning, Connie, and good morning. Listen, I've been talking to Evin Jarrett. Good morning, Evin, and good morning, Connie. How are you?
Morning, how you doing?
Good morning. Good. So, Connie, explain to us who Evin is, and then we'll get into a conversation with him.
The man, the myth, the legend. Go ahead.
So, good morning. Mr. Jarrett is the amazing CTE teacher at Mayfair Elementary. Mayfair is the only CTE program for scholars that are under the traditional CTE age. Traditionally, CTE is found in our high schools, which services scholars from 14 to 18 years old. CTE being at Mayfair is an amazing thing because Mr. Jarrett works with youth well under the age of 14. I believe, and he'll clarify, I believe that he starts around the 5th grade with his scholars with CTE.
So CTE, for those of you who are just joining, is career technical education. So what does a career technical education entail for those who, let's just assume nobody knows what that is. What does that entail?
My students here at Mayfair, we learn plumbing, electrical, masonry, and carpentry. They learn how to lay brick, learn how to lay block, they know how to do plumbing, they know how to do electrical. In this shop right now, we're doing electrical. We're doing a high school curriculum. They're earning high school certifications in middle school. So when they go to high school, they have these certifications already. We're doing our thing over here.
The man, the myth, the legend. Seriously.
Stop playing with me.
Because Mr. Jarrett, you're talking about plumbing, electrical, masonry, carpentry, and you're starting at 5th grade.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. Guess what we're trying to do next year?
What?
We're trying to do solar next year. Me and Wagner.
Wow. Yeah. Solar at, wow. You're creating opportunities for people. This is why I love talking to principals. I wish the school district would allow me to talk to more building principals and educators because there are good things happening in the Philadelphia school district. Nobody talk about them, right? So how did you get the man, the myth, the legend to come over to Wagner?
So as I always elevate, Council Member Isaiah Thomas, he... Since meeting him, both before my capacity as principal and during my capacity as principal, he's held Wagner, in his heart, always keeps Wagner up in front in his mind. And he went on a podcast at Mr. Jarrett's school because another amazing thing that the man, the myth, the legend does is he supports his scholars in running a podcast where they interview adults on, amazing career fields. So Mr. Isaiah Thomas went on a podcast and he elevated Wagner and said, you're doing this amazing CTE program over here at Mayfair. Wagner has a culinary suite, state-of-the-art culinary suite, and I know that Principal Greer wants to begin the CTE program at Wagner. And so, Mr. Jarrett, I'm going to let you take over from there so you can explain how we got to be where we are in this moment.
All right, first I want to say there's no building trades program in the northwest section of the Philly. That's where I'm from, and that's close to my heart. So, like, when he said it, it really hit me all day. It was like, yo, this is in my neck of the woods. Let me try to do something over there. So it was on my mind all day. So I went home, tried to go to sleep, and like I told Connie, I couldn't. It was like a restless sleep. I couldn't get no sleep, and then it was like 2:00 in the morning. Then I said, you know what, I'm gonna send her an email around 3. Then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because that's gonna seem like a weirdo. Let me wait a little bit. So I sent her an email 4:00 weirdo time. That's the time I get up. Am I lying, Connie?
No, you're not lying.
Sent her email 4:00. I said, look, how can we collaborate? Because I really want to help students get into the trades. And we've been talking, going back and forth. She came out to the school, got interviewed by one of my students after school. My student taught her how to do plumbing and use the miter saw. And we're going to do this thing at Wagner. And we have the industry, they're coming to support, and there's an interest there. So if there's an interest, we got to get these kids because we're losing our babies in 7th and 8th grade. So we got to engage these students earlier. We can't wait to high school to expose them to these trades because it's too late by then. It's too late.
Absolutely.
So
as you know, we suffered a loss, a scholar loss last year, Andrea. You know, one of my scholars was murdered. Mm-hmm. And if nothing else, that highlighted, reminded me of what I already knew. Not only the school to prison pipeline, but just life itself is short. And oftentimes our young people, if they don't have anything substantial to hold on to in terms of this is my future outlook, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to spend my time. If they don't have those things, it's easy to be involved in things that you shouldn't be involved in.
Yes,
and, and so you lose your life. So this is not even just about opportunity access. This is about saving lives. Yes. But as a phrase that I've coined, which is the absolute truth, options are not optional, right? We need to ensure that our scholars have as many pathways to post-secondary success as possible. All scholars should be prepared to go to college, but not all scholars are going to choose to go to college. So what do we do with the scholars that are bright, have an interest, but there's nothing for them? I want to avoid that. I want to make sure that my scholars have access to any and all opportunities that are out there. And so bringing the trades to Wagner, not only culinary and building, is going to be, an amazing
That's a bit about
solar. So trade solar as well as plumbing, masonry, carpentry, and electrical.
Let me say this to you, Mr. Jarrett. I need to meet you, and let me tell you why. We've been having conversations over the years about the fact that young people are not ready to get into the trades, that they don't know what they're doing, et cetera, et cetera. When people ask, why are these young people not getting into the unions? And they're like, well, they're not ready and they can't read and all this other stuff. You have actually been quietly running a program, one of now going to be 2, in the Philadelphia School District with children as young as 10, 11, right? And so by the time they get to high school, they're ready to get into the trades. They're absolutely ready to get into the trades. And it's such a need. I am so grateful that you absolutely exist, sir. And I'm grateful that Councilman Isaiah Thomas came in and did the podcast, because that's the only way we're going to know about people like you. For some reason, we can't seem to find you. I know you're there. I know amazing things are happening in the Philadelphia School District. We just have to kind of uproot them, right? And so there you are. My question to you, Mr. Jarrett, because you're going from Mayfair Elementary into Wagner Middle School, how can we get the Philadelphia School District to replicate what you are doing on a larger scale so that you're not only one of two in the entire school district, given what's happening to our students across the city?
Well, you know what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. So you know what we got to do.
Yeah, know what you got to do. And I'm grateful, Connie, that you brought him here, because now people are listening, right? We have a nice audience here, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. They're like you and me. They're weirdos. They wake up, right? Weirdos in a good way. And I always believe people who are up at 5 o'clock in the mornings and 3 and 4 o'clock in the mornings are the ones that get the most done throughout a day anyway, right? Yeah. So I am so grateful to know, when is this exactly starting at Wagner Middle School?
We're going to be there.
No, go ahead, Jarrett.
We're going to be there Saturday from 9 to 12. Come check us out. Come check us out. So
that's Saturday, December 16th from 9 to 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so when you have this open house, what are you expecting? You want the parents to come, the scholars to come, what?
This is, parents are not required. This is a scholar event. 75 plus scholars are going to be in our gymnasium. We are going to have the various trade stations so that scholars can have hands-on opportunity to explore. It's not like coming to a class, sitting and listening to a lecture. It's put this tool in my hand with the safety goggles on so that I can experience hands-on success, so that I can say, hey, I would like to learn more about this because I see that, I'm capable.
Go ahead, Mr. Jarrett.
I think we just got to raise the bar. A lot of times what we do is we lower the bar for the students. That's one thing I don't do in here. We raise the bar in here. And you'd be surprised what they can do. And that's why we take a lot of pictures in my classroom, because if I tell you last year I had 4th graders. If I tell you I had 4th graders using a miter saw, 4th graders doing plumbing, 4th graders doing electrical, you wouldn't believe me. And the different unions have come out to my classroom, support my program. They've seen what I do. And all of my students are engaged. And the interesting thing about my classroom, I can have up to 5 different languages in my classroom at one time, and everyone's engaged. Yeah. So it's a lot on the instructor, and we have to change the way we actually teach. A lot of times they go in and say, like, we're dictators. No, you got to sell the program to the students now, because it's not the same. Like I said, I think they're running it like they're the Flintstones and the kids are the Jetsons.
Yes.
It's a total disconnect. We got to learn how to pivot, and we got to learn how to sell our programs. And you got to make it engaging to the students, because technology, they're getting a lot of stuff fast right now. It's not like back in the day where you had to wait for the news or something to come on. We got to engage these kids because we're losing them. Yeah. So this is my purpose right here. I'm trying to save these kids.
Yeah. And you're doing a good job. Someone says, do the students have to register to join the program? And are they just, because now parents wanted to know if it can be your scholars plus outside students, because they're interested. Like, they're craving this kind of stuff.
So this first one is just Wagner scholars. However, this will not be the last one. We want to, make sure that we do this one, all goes well. We, make sure that any kinks that exist are kinked out, and then we'll do more. But this first one is for my scholars.
Yes, wow. I am so excited. My God, on today.
You can't listen, Dre, you can't even imagine. You have to look at, like, my IG and my LinkedIn and see how excited both myself and Mr. Jarrett are. Yeah. Not only about Saturday, but about the possibility, the potential, and the reality of what is possible from Saturday. It's bigger than Saturday. Yeah. Saturday is just cracking the door. We're kicking the door open. And it's a necessity. But we're so very excited about, the opportunity.
I am so, this is what I mean when I say there are bright lights in some of the darkest spaces in this city. You two are some of the brightest lights, right? I'm grateful that we had the opportunity to talk to you, because growing up in Jamaica, Mr. Jarrett, we had to learn. So I am intrigued by the fact that adults should know how to do this stuff too, right? We should know how to do basic electrical, basic plumbing, how to take our J off and clear it out so that we don't have to call a plumber if we don't need to help ourselves. And there are women who have been doing this work along with men for generations, and we act like it's only work for a group. Do you have girls in your program too?
Hold on.
Yes.
Listen, majority of my classes, you need to look at my Instagram page.
Wait,
What's your Instagram page, Mr. Jarrett?
Dope Teacher, DOPE Teacher. And you're going to see my son putting down at the sign that says Mr. Jarrett.
Dope Teacher. Okay. Because I don't want us to go ahead, Connie.
The person who taught me how to use the miter saw.
You got to say her name. She's in a minute. You got to say her name.
I want to say it. The person who taught me is Miss Tony. That's how I refer to her. Miss Tony. She's an 8th grade scholar. And let me tell you something. If you go on my IG, Drea, you'll see the clip of her showing me how to use the miter saw.
Oh, I'm excited. This is what I'm talking about.
Miss Tony. Tony. She knows I love her. Miss Tony.
8th grader. And how long has Miss Tony been using this saw? When did she get into your program?
All right, I got to be honest. We got a problem of kids cutting class to come to my room because they want to learn this. So I got to say it. She cut last year, came to me this year. She finally was in my class because the problem is I don't see all the students in the school because it's a high demand. So I'm never going to stop a kid from learning. So I don't see them. You come in, you want to work, you're working with me. I'm not supposed to see that, but hey, it is what it is.
Now it's your turn to turn yourself to the side.
Listen, I don't do that. It's the majority of my classroom is young ladies, and like when I say they working hard, Like it doesn't matter, and they're using miter saws. They climbing up a 40-foot ladder, dropping down, hanging in a safety harness, plumbing, electrical, masonry, carpentry. We do it all.
That's what I'm talking about. So, young gentlemen, we need you to get on board here.
Step the game up. I tell them all the time. They need to step the game up.
Yes, because we need our brothers to lead our families, in ways that, this is a game changer for you financially, right? To do this stuff. I am so happy to hear that this program exists. Tell them one more time where it's going to be. I wish I was home on the 16th. I'm not going to be home, but my God, on today, I wish so I could see this. So take lots of pictures and videos, please. Tell them again exactly where it's going to be.
So our launch event for our Wagner Scholars is happening at Wagner on Saturday, December the 16th at Wagner Middle School. This will be a first opportunity for the scholars, and so we're very, very excited, and we are looking forward to great things.
And the time? What time to what time?
The time is from 9 to 12.
9 to 12. Mr. Jarrett, I'm looking forward to meeting you. What days will you be in Wagner Middle School?
I'm going to be there Saturday.
No. Once you start the program, what days are you going to be there?
The program is going to potentially be every day, but it's going to be a program at the school.
Okay.
This is everyday program the students have access to.
Okay. I'm going to figure out a way. To come and meet you and see for myself what's going on in your program. So I love to come to see you.
You're dirty. You're going to get some work.
Oh, honey, I'm Jamaican. I'm not going to come. I will make sure. I'm not giving you the address. I'm not giving you the address of Wagner because it's for Wagner Middle Scholars. So I don't want the entire public come and show. No, you don't want the public to come, right? It's just for Wagner Scholars. It's the only reason why I didn't ask for the address because I know y'all will show up at Wagner talking about I live in Southwest and I'm trying to see about the such and such.
We're going to listen. This ain't the last one. We doing this. I'm going to sit quiet with this.
Yes, I am so excited for the both of you. Mr. Jarrett, it is a pleasure. You've given me some Yuletide joy today. I have to tell you. I don't have a whole lot this holiday season.
I have that effect on people.
And you're so modest. I love it.
I have that effect on people.
Connie Greer, listen, my sister, let me know when the program started. I want to come visit it myself so I can talk about it on the air because you know me. I want to see it for myself, okay? Love to the both of you. Have a happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, all of that good jazz. Continue to love on the children the best way you know how, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, my sister. by my sister.
Uh-huh.
You are listening, by Mr. Jarrett. You are listening to The Source on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. I am Andrea Lawful Sanders. We will be right back with some phone calls after these messages. Bye, guys.